personally, I would like to have more of a following for that much. I'll never stop this.
Yeah.
But I would want. I mean, I would say like if people would actually, if you're gonna watch it, then we'll get video.
I need more fans before I go more than iPhone level camera.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Like I'll do like live like on the phone like.
We like Facebook Live, and I mean, we normally get a good reaction to it.
Yeah.
The reaction.
Well,
right word.
every time you guys are live, I tend to always pull it up. Like I've pulled it up in the middle of practice.
Well, I've
before
gotten.
just
That's
to
how
have it
people
up.
have like figured out about us.
Yeah.
Because like I've had people personally come up to me like, "What were you doing?"
Now, what you guys should do, I don't know if you can. I'm sure there's a way, but like sponsor a live feed so that way it reaches more people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sponsoring posts. Try sponsoring. Like $20 will do you pretty damn good.
It's true.
On Facebook. I mean, it sucks giving money to Facebook because it's like, what the fuck? But at the end of the day, like I'm starting to do that for my shows
It used to never
and stuff
be like
now.
that, and such bullshit.
Oh shit!
It's pay to play.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is too.
I just said before this podcast started that Beck Rawlings. I saw an interview where Beck Rawlings said she needs this fight to feed her kids.
Yeah, that's intense.
And she's currently taking some fucking hard knees. Like, goddamn.
She just gave one there. She just took about 50 uppercuts and one really good uppercut.
So we're doing a fight cast.
She better start fighting like she means it then.
Man.
But
CPS doesn't give a fuck.
Honey, what did you say about her before this started?
I said that she looks like she has taken more than 3 dicks at one time on more than one occasion.
Like she's seen some shit. Like
Yeah, look at her.
You think she has some miles on her?
Yes. Yes, I do.
That's the type of woman I want to marry.
Right? Someone that can beat you up.
Yeah.
That's what you need in your life.
Ridden hard and
Fuck,
back
dude,
wet.
I would date a fighter.
Like
for sure.
Like someone who's been through some shit.
Yeah. Someone who's been through some shit and super passionate about something. Yeah, I would date her. I feel like that's all fighters too. Is like been through some shit and super passionate.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like she could be the one to keep you in line.
Yeah, I fucking I mean, I'll break up with her if she wants me to stop playing music, but everything else
yeah, like,
I need guidance.
Whatever you want.
I don't think you're allowed to break up with her.
No, she ain't gonna let that happen.
Not without a restraining order.
Once you let that in your house.
Dude, she'll have Debo bite me.
Right. She'll take your dog. I seen it happen.
I seen it.
And she'll be leaving with him. I'll be like, no, Debo. And she'll be like, what? And I'll shut the fuck up. Nothing.
Yeah. Debo would be like, step back.
Step on, motherfucker.
You ain't my real daddy.
You're my dad.
This is my dad now.
Congratulations on the dog back, Rawlings.
Debo just thug lips 24/7 after that. Never not thug lips. Have you guys ever seen his thug lip?
I've seen his thug lip.
Yeah.
You posted pictures of his
I
thug
post,
lip.
yeah, once in a while. I like to post pictures of his thug lip.
He's a handsome bitch.
He is.
I'm glad he's getting better.
Me too.
Oh, yeah, for everybody who listened to us talk about dollars for Debo. Debo's doing swell. He had the surgery.
Yeah, he had the surgery, and it went well. He was in the 99.95% that it went well for. And,
Good.
I mean, just hearing any chance is kind of freaky. But
really gives you that acid taste in your mouth.
Yeah, and that benefit, all the money we raised went into that down payment. I had to do $1,000 down payment. That's $650 something bucks. That went straight into the down payment, and it helped me afford it quicker.
Hell yeah.
I had a couple $100 saved up. I always have a couple hundred saved up somewhere, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without the benefit money. It would have had to be put off for another fucking 2 months probably.
Dude, I'm so glad that worked out.
Me too.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of everyone involved.
I was fucking. I didn't think as many people were going to come out as they did, especially in Akron. Akron was the bigger of two shows too.
Really?
Yeah. And by the time we played at the Fallout Shelter, I was just so happy everyone was there, and I was just hanging out. I forgot I had to play. I kind of didn't want to play. I honestly, it's not that I didn't want to play, but it's just like I was just hanging out with everybody, and then people were like, I was like, okay.
It was fun.
So we just kind of ran through the songs. We weren't really like putting on a show, but yeah, we had a band from Cincy come up and play both dates for nothing. Like, shout out to Waterheads, fucking Debbie, John, fucking Kevin.
Is that the one with the chick singer?
Yeah.
They're really good.
They're good. She's in another band called Slut Bomb, and she's in it with, I don't think they're dating anymore, but this dude Daryl I've known fucking forever. That's how I know her.
Oh.
I've known Daryl for fucking ever, and they're in Slut Bomb together. They're like top 5 favorite bands in Ohio right now for me. Easily. They're probably they're probably closer to like 1 or 2, I would say. There's like Race Riot and Violent Offense in them are like my favorite.
I like that the album thing your brother and I are doing on Facebook pretty much exclusively.
Yeah. Oh, I'm still doing it too. I just I do it at like 7 o'clock in the morning so nobody sees it. But yeah. I tried to get Derek in on it. He was like, "What about me?" I tagged him in it today. He ain't doing it. No. He's too busy posting about trucks and shit.
Trucks and libtards.
Trucks and libtards. Dude, he's starting to go more left. Like, especially like the past couple. I'd say within the past 2-3 months, he's been starting to like lean more. He's still not like, he's still against like SJW-isms, but he's like, I have no problem with trans people, and he never did really. It's just he saw SJWs freaking out on people and who wouldn't hate those motherfuckers. Yeah. And that's what his idea of the left wing was, I think.
Yeah.
He was never like...
You just got to kind of find your way to the middle.
You know, yeah, I mean, it doesn't even have to be the middle. Like, I still lean left for most things. Like, guns is about the only thing I'm right wing on. Pretty much everything else I'm pretty liberal with.
We need to come out with a form of how to solve issues on whether or not you should be mad.
Yeah.
Like
when the gorilla got shot and people were really trying to be mad over that.
Like in any situation, like gays.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
you don't get to be mad.
You fill out your form. All right. How do you feel about this issue? Are you against it or for it? I'm against it. You go to the next line. Does it affect you? No.
See, here's where the argument is, but I think it's silly, personally. The argument is, well, I'm religious and it goes against my religion, blah, 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 which, not really. I mean, I don't think Jesus is really that mad about kids fucking each other when we're bombing children in other countries. So if you want to, take real world to it, you got to get real world.
Ashley Evans Clark.
But not only that, but I mean,
perfect, be pissed about people being gay. Like when shit's not fucked up, be pissed about gays.
See, to me, it doesn't even make sense to be upset over gay people.
No, but
what I was getting to is separation of church and state. Your religion doesn't matter. Next, what's the next reason you don't like gay people?
That's it. Well, that's literally the only reason.
The real reason I feel, and I'm not trying to be mean here, but I think a lot of people get uncomfortable around gay people.
That's exactly
because they've never been around it.
Yeah, they're uncomfortable and they don't like the way it feels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't have to participate, though.
I know, but they
listen, you don't even have to like it.
And honestly, I don't
care.
I don't think it makes you a bad person if you get uncomfortable around gay people. It means you're just from a smaller area. I get uncomfortable around like more feminine gay people. But sometimes, like more flamboyant. You know what I mean?
Flamers make me laugh. I love them.
Well, not anymore now that I've fucking traveled a bunch. But when I was like 15, 16, one of my best friends was gay. He's like a brother to me still. We just don't hang anymore. But I mean, he was like you wouldn't know he was gay, you know?
The thing is, like, you're not uncomfortable because he fucks dudes. You're uncomfortable because he's flamboyant. It could be a female or it could be a straight dude.
Honestly,
if he acted that way,
I'll say this. Flamboyant gay dudes several times have like hit on me obnoxiously and like trying to make me feel uncomfortable because, and that's what I think why I get so uncomfortable.
I've met some gay dudes where it's just like,
you mean like,
okay, this is like
they're not really interested in me. I'm fucking, but they're because they see that I'm a big fucking tough looking guy.
You're a target
That's
now.
their
I
way
think
of.
just
I feel it's their way of punking me, and if I do
Yeah.
anything back, then I'm a homophobe. But I'm not a homophobe.
Oh,
You're
that's a
trying to
good
punk
point.
me,
But
and
I
get
also
mad.
think it's still they're hardwired just like dudes, and dudes are relentless.
That
with
too.
with hitting on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I hate dudes who do that. Like, I'm not relentless hitting on chicks.
No, I hate
you know
dudes
what I
that do
mean.
that
I think
too.
it's a scumbag move all around.
Dudes piss me off.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, they piss me the fuck off.
We're
all right,
gross.
tips fedora. No, I'm just playing.
You guys are
Fedora?
gross.
What's how?
No,
How much
I'm with you
terrible
on
shit
that
have
for real,
dudes-
though. I'm with you
No,
on
I
that.
know. Just-
How much terrible shit have dudes said to you online?
Always.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where do you get off? Like, do you even know her? And you think just be like, you want to fuck? Like, where? In the
Sure.
world? Where?
Dudes will
Has
walk
that
up
ever
to me and say stuff
and
like that.
where's that ever worked?
Have you guys ever done that? I've never
I've
done
never
that.
done
I
that.
have never done that.
Because I'm like, how's that going to even? Because I think I'm intelligent enough to think about. Sure, how's this going to go over? She's
Yeah, it's
probably
not
going to say
gonna work.
yes. Like,
Yeah.
no, it's not.
I've definitely like
She's
failed
going to be
at hitting
thrilled.
on.
I'm asking her this.
She's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm flattered. Thank you.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know, no one else has had the balls to say that to me.
Right. Thank you."
You know,
But
I love
you're a
brash
special guy.
men.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that dick pic you sent.
Right.
That really got me going.
Dude, chicks have sent me, even good-looking chicks have sent me random nudes before, and it's made me uncomfortable. I mean, I don't hate it or feel
Are
threatened,
you being
but
sexually assaulted online?
I mean, yeah, I've been sexually. I've been like grabbed. My junk has been grabbed several times in the pit by chicks. Like, I've definitely gotten fondled too. I'm not really that mad about it, but it's uncomfortable. I don't like it. I wish it didn't happen, but what are you gonna do? It's just people get fucking crazy.
People
Well,
grab
if there's
dicks.
ever a point where you like being in the pit less than you like having your balls ripped on,
Then I'll stop going in the pit.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's kind of where I stand. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, and it doesn't happen all the time. It's happened like 5 or less times since I've been going to shows.
Yeah. So
Think
just
about
keep
all the
doing
shows
it
I've
until
been
it's
to,
not
too.
worth it anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
Eventually, someone will fucking grab you weird, and you're fucking get torsions and.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is weird though, because it's just, it's definitely an invasion of privacy. Like,
So what you're saying is that women are sexist pigs.
yes,
Yeah.
that's
Call
what
the
I'm getting
police.
to.
Call the police. I'm
Call
so
the police
triggered.
next time.
Call the
police,
feminist.
AJ.
Hey,
I'm a meninist.
Yes.
No, I'm just playing.
in another 27 years, I'm gonna need you to come out, like, start outing people about it. Okay?
Yeah, dude, I'll probably
I want
get.
you to write down names,
Yeah.
locations, dates.
This bitch.
You know, just just really focus on that memory and
Yeah.
just keep building it. Details.
Just bury it down deep until eventually it's
Until one of them get rich and famous.
yes, and then it's
Mhm.
convenient for you to be like, this really hurt my feelings.
This is probably going to pay off in the long run. You should definitely do
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's eventually gonna get rich.
May I have a cerveza?
Yeah, 100%. Grab me one too, please.
Yes, I would like one.
Yeah,
too.
that's Anytime you guys want one, don't even ask. Just grab one. Ruby, do you want one?
that. I do not.
I didn't think you don't drink beer, really, do you?
Nah.
She doesn't drink beer. She's a fucking.
She don't drink
She's
beer.
a pussy.
No
Aw,
beer.
shit.
Drinking straight water. I will take another water, though, JP.
Do you want a water?
Yeah.
We got plenty of them.
Getting real
So-
hydrated tonight.
Bartending.
Look at you go,
So Beck Rawlings, huh? She,
man. She definitely has some fucking trailer tattoos.
she does.
She's from the trailer. Looks like.
She still lives in a trailer. Look at her.
I think she's Australian.
Yeah, she just said that.
I think she's
She can't feed her
Australian.
kids.
She's Australian trash, so she's like actually tough.
How much
Yeah.
is that for? You know what though? I'm just gonna talk shit, but she's probably not lying. A lot of these beginner amateur fighters are fucking.
Oh, dude, you get paid like 70 grand for this, but 30 of it's going to your
Your camp.
yeah.
Right.
A lot of the women don't seem to draw like the men do, too. A lot of the time, you know.
And, like, you know, they're not, like.
That's why you see him fight 3 times a year.
Exactly, yeah. It's kind of fucked up because, I mean, you're missing out. Now, the Chris Cyborg, I think, turned a lot of people off of women fighting because they remember her being this monster. And it's like, no, now she's a fucking technician. And
Yeah.
I love her fights. I actually prefer her, like, Holly Holm fight over,
Oh man,
like,
that
Strike
was
Force.
such a good fight.
It's incredible. It was just, you saw someone getting outclassed every step of the way.
yeah,
You
She's
know?
great.
dude, I love
And
watching
against
Cyborg
someone like
fight.
Holly Holm, dude, not everyone can do that.
except for like the last 3 or
I
4
was going to
fights.
say, except
Yeah,
everyone that recently fought
That's
Holly
true.
Holm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jermaine Durandomy's kind of a monster. She knocked out a dude in a kickboxing match.
Yeah. She's
and
also a
then-
big puss.
Yeah, fucking hitting after the bell bullshit. She should have got 2 points taken.
There
If
was
I was
that,
the ref,
and the part where she wouldn't fight Cyborg, so they made her drop her title.
as soon as she's like, "Yeah, I'm the title." Oh yeah, Chris Cyborg signing. What do you want to do? I think I injured myself. Like immediately, she's like,
Yeah.
"I'm pretty sure I just injured myself."
when she realized that that's number
She
one
wasn't gonna fight
contender.
her.
Yeah, like you got honestly, Joanna, I thought was gonna be like the savior, the new woman, you know, of the sport, and then she got put to sleep. Let's see how she does tonight, man. But
I hope she kills her.
This is actually
Yeah,
a pretty
I-
eventful fight.
I don't know. I like Rose. Yeah, this is a dog fight. That's the thing about the women's fight. That's what I was getting to.
2 brawlers.
They're almost always like high paced, fucking brutal back and forth. Just
Yeah, you don't see
It's
a lot
cool
of
because they
dancing
both look like they have
Yeah.
a
around
boxing
chick fights.
base.
yeah.
That one's Muay Thai. You could tell by
Really?
the way they
Now-
the sweeping kicks.
Now anymore, it's just straight up MMA based. Like they have like fundamental boxing and fundamental like Muay Thai leg kicks, and it's just that's what the sport's becoming. Like MMA is now a thing. They take the best of like everything and let you know it.
I'm just noticing the different styles of kickboxing they did.
Yeah,
Beck Rawlings looks like she had like more of an American like hoppy style,
yeah,
like almost like a karate.
yeah.
And
I'm seeing some Taekwondo shit, really. The spinning and the
Yeah.
high kicks and stuff like that. That's Taekwondo right there. I actually was halfway decent at Taekwondo. Not halfway decent. I was dog shit. But I
everyone
knew
was
I
when
could
they were 8.
actually throw head kicks and shit at one
Yeah.
point in my life. I wanted to at least be able to get back there to like throw a head kick.
And then I
Wasn't it when
turned
you were doing
9.
Taekwondo when that like
Sensei
before-
Scott. Yeah, that
that
40-year-old
40-year-old
dude
dude.
beat my ass.
when you were like
What?
when you
I was
were
like 11,
12?
12 years old.
What?
Yeah.
Did he tell us that story?
Yeah, he's told it before.
I forgot.
Yeah. I was drunk and rambling and screaming. So, but yeah, I used to take Taekwondo. I was really into it. It was Scott DeSaro, and it was I think it was Tang Soo Do, which is like this is all from when I was like 11 or 12. I had a lot of beer since then, so if I fuck any of this up, but I remember the highlights, and I'm pretty sure it's the Korean military form of
Oh yeah.
or at least at one point the Korean military used Tang Soo Do. And so it was legitimate shit. You were taught legitimate technique. There was not a whole. I mean, there was a couple like, catch their punch and twist their arm and do. There was like 1 or 2 things like that you had to learn to like make it to the next belt. It was just, but we didn't spend a lot of time on that. It was mostly like, you know, and there were specific people when they started to show like they were getting better, and he'd have me in a corner like, okay, I want to see 50 roundhouse kicks each leg. You know what I mean? Like you just got to do that and just. And like you learn how to twist your hips and like pull up your knee first and then throw and then snap, like just kind of explode. Learned a lot of things like that, and then we did some sparring. We did some live sparring. He kind of broke us into it, at least for me. That was like point style karate.
Right.
That was when I was in the kids class, and I was just like. I wasn't the strongest kicks or anything like that, not the strongest techniques because I was only 10, 11, 12 years old. But I was like the point style. I was undefeated for a while, so he bumped me up to adult classes because I was starting to get a little older. And most of the kids were my age, but I was so much bigger too.
Right, yeah.
I was bigger than half the adult class, and I was 12. So that's why when I fought this, like
You were still 12 when some 40-year-old fucked
yeah,
you
because
up.
that's when we started.
That's bullshit.
We started doing live sparring, just light sparring, not real hard sparring. But the dude started to like let go some combinations, just lit me up a couple times, and, and my teacher was like, "Dude, this ain't boxing." Like,
Calm down,
and I
man.
like fucking like, I kind of fucking like let one go on his upper thigh, like pretty decently, like knocked that shit off, kind of, like, cause he just like he kept me like at a distance. He was bigger than me, and he like kept me at like a distance with the jab and just like fucking like would fucking like do that and dip and throw a hook, and I didn't know what the fuck, so I kicked him. After he was told to like stop boxing me, start like working on technique and shit, and then he started lighting me up again. And my teacher was like, "Okay, come on, dude. He's a 12-year-old kid." I was all like wanting to cry and shit.
That's the saddest thing I've heard. Honestly,
Honestly, I
gonna
kept
yell
going
at
back
him.
after
Was
that
like,
even.
He's like
I
60 now.
You should go kick the shit out of him now.
You should find
Yeah.
I told him.
I mean
before.
that is a piece of shit move for sure. But
Let's
I mean
go
I'm
find
glad
him.
it happened.
Dude,
'cause,
when
like,
this is over, we can go find him.
Wonder how many other 12-year-olds.
Do you know his name?
I don't. He was a fucking. I put it this way: if I could whoop his ass. I could for sure. Whoop his ass.
CPS is getting called.
God damn, that sucks. I feel bad for her.
I mean, she'll still make money.
Yeah, she won't get that win bonus though. That sucks. And I'm sad for her.
Like, way to make it a sad thing.
See, that's giving me flashbacks to when I was getting lit up by that dude.
Oh.
Dude, it was not that bad at all.
Getting PTSD
Oh,
right now.
oh. Yeah, I guess she got lit up pretty
She
good.
did.
She did, man.
Like the whole time, too.
It was the first round was the first 30 seconds. Well, first 2.5 minutes were fucking brutal, but the rest of the time it was just like I'm gonna touch you whenever I want.
Like I didn't watch, you know. Oh. I don't know who her coach is, but like I feel like there's like a little Middle Eastern guy over there screaming head movement somewhere.
Probably. And he goes by Ed.
Ed.
Coach Ed.
Coach Ed.
Because you know he has to make it creepy.
Yeah.
Ed. He's disgusting, dude.
Travis Brown, I don't think has come back since he got blasted into fucking the Black Planet. Like he got hit so hard he heard "Dirt Off Your Shoulder" by Jay-Z when he was fucking sleeping from Derek Lewis. You remember that shit? Was that I think that was his last fight. Travis Brown.
Was that what he was winning too?
He was doing good. I was back and forth, and then he kicked Derek in the stomach, and Derek started to like, oh shit, because he thought Derek says he was about to shit himself. Yeah. It wasn't even a liver shot. It was like right in the front of the stomach, and Derek Lewis said he was about to shit himself. So he started like going away real quick. He didn't want to shit himself in the ring, and that's when he just like laid him the fuck out, and then like double knocked him out, and then.
Well, Ronda Rousey fine ass that.
That was and he hasn't been back since then, has he? Though, like Travis Brown ain't fought since.
When someone does that to you, you tend not to come back.
Isn't that
anymore.
what you said on that fight too? As soon as it was over.
What?
We're Ronda fine ass at.
Where Ronda Rousey fine ass at? And then he was talking about, he's like, oh, I'm a little winded. I need some time off. All that sex I've been getting. Like he's the best fucking. Oh, dude, I can't tell you guys. If Stipe didn't fight, he'd be my favorite heavyweight for sure. Oh, Derek Lewis. I just love everything he does, man. I just want to have a beer with him and just talk.
I know
just
after he won
shit.
that fight, and he said that, I was like, yeah, I like this guy. He doesn't give a fuck.
Dude,
No.
Yeah.
He is there for a paycheck, not a title.
Where Ronda Rousey's
Exactly.
fine ass at.
That's my favorite part.
He's there to knock motherfuckers out, get that fight in the knockout of the night bonus or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And he is there to cash that check, go home, and drink more beer. He doesn't. Actually, this last fight he had when he was in Texas, he looked trim.
Yeah,
I guess
he
he's
looked
like
really good.
focusing on his diet now.
His cardio a little bit. 'Cause I think he got fucking worked.
That was the first post-fight interview I saw him do where he wasn't breathing heavy at all. He was just like, yeah, them Texas boys hit hard, swanging and banging, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah. Well, it might have something to do with him. He's been doing like a lot of the volunteer work for.
real quick, by the
Texas
way,
flooding.
would that be the main picture if Tony Ferguson didn't fuck himself up?
No.
It would be Khabib Tony.
Oh,
Right.
for
Oh,
sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
As soon as he got injured, they started promoting this fight way more. I noticed that on
I
Facebook.
forgot they were on the card.
Really?
Until Ferguson
Yeah.
dropped out.
Dude, I was watching
forgot
some
they were
Thug Rose fights all day today. I've been getting pumped for this. Oh, I can't wait.
It's like I've been psyched for this one all along.
Yeah, me too.
Everybody's sleeping on this shit though.
It's just like they slept on 218, probably the best card of the year, with the fucking Cowboy Oliveira versus Yancy Medeiros. That fight.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And then fucking Justin Gaethje, Eddie Alvarez, and then
We just
fucking
watched that the
Holloway
other day.
Aldo too. Oh my god! Ooh, yeah, I rewatched it probably 2-3 times now.
'Cause me and they came out with like a March Madness style bracket for like the top 25 fights.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I'll send it to you if I still have it.
okay.
And
I think I have it if you don't.
yeah, we've been rolling through the bracket. We didn't do it like bracket style. We're just watching what they were calling. It was fan voted.
Yeah.
And so we just watched we're scrolling through the top 25 just in general.
Yeah.
Fucking Gaethje and Alvarez were on there.
Oh, my God.
That one where he fucking zombied him.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Because that was an excellent game plan by Alvarez's corner is who really won that fight if you pay attention. Because the first round, Gaethje was piecing up Alvarez for the most part, and then his corner starts screaming out, body shots, body shots. And in between rounds, you hear his corner say, hey, he's holding his guard up really high. He's leaving his body totally open. And you see him for the rest of the fight just keep whipping the body until the very end, boom, knee to the chin. That was oh, my God. That was a thing of beauty, man.
That's the creepiest thing to me. Like, when... Like, because he got fucking, like, when he took that shot, he got fucking flashed in the eyes.
Yeah.
And he just went full on survival. And that is just some straight fight or flight shit.
Yeah.
And that is the creepiest thing.
That's the type of fight where they're not just saying it. Like, in the moment, those dudes were really ready to die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the type of fight that was. That doesn't happen all the time. And it's just like, that's why I have so much respect for this sport. Because, I mean, like, what other sport are people really willing to die? Like, really, like, I'm getting hit, you're getting hit, blood's everywhere. One of us could die, and I don't care.
Oof.
That type of mentality. I mean, that's not what wins championships, and that's not what, but like, that's one of the beautiful things about the sport. It's a rare thing to see in people. That's not what I want to see every time either. I'm not in it for, like, the violence and shit, but seeing that is, like, you know.
Remember how fucking swelled Eddie's face was?
Yeah, his whole jaw was like a fucking half a softball.
I don't know if you've seen that one. Did you see that one?
No, I'm pretty sure I haven't.
Dude, I never seen, like, I thought he broke the top of his jaw. Like, his cheekbone.
Who, Alvarez?
Yeah.
No shit.
Like, because from his top of his teeth to about right here was just a big swollen fucking patch. It's like a big hematoma right here.
Oh, shit.
I've never seen anything like it. And he couldn't fucking talk. I'm like, oh, my God, he broke his face.
Here, I'm going to look up that picture.
Because it is fucking gross.
That is gross.
Well, Justin Gaethje's one of these fighters that, like, you know when someone gets rocked and they turtle?
Yeah.
Instead of doing that, he's one of these rare cases that when that happens, he starts marching forward and throwing punches. And since he's already rocked, he's not going down. Right. And he just keeps throwing punches, and that's when he's his most dangerous.
Yeah.
It's the most disgusting thing you'll ever see because he'll take like 5 or 6 more shots to try to knock you out.
That's Eddie on the left there.
Yeah.
It'll play up here soon. See that shit?
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Like it looked like he broke his...
Yeah.
Ugh.
That shit is swollen.
Yeah.
Huge.
Oh, fuck, dude. And when he's talking,
He's like a big dip in his mouth.
Dude, by the way, Eddie Alvarez, one of the sickest burns on Conor McGregor I've ever heard.
What did he do?
Yeah, when they were going into the fight, which, by the way, one of the most beautiful fucking things I've ever seen was Conor McGregor piece up Eddie Alvarez. I got to admit that. Like, I'm a Conor hater, but Jesus Christ, that was incredible. I mean, I will never deny the guy's talent. I'll never deny the dude's accomplishments.
So we'll talk about that one here in a fucking minute.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't like ever since he started fucking with Diaz. But anyway.
Did you see fucking Diaz stick up for him?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, but I feel like
Yeah.
it's like, don't go too hard on him. I want that $20 million paycheck.
And he pretty much just called Team Khabib fucking a bunch of bitches.
Yeah, he did.
Because he's like, what was stopping you from getting off that bus?
That's and that's the thing. You know, if it was Nate Diaz, he would have. He would have.
Oh my God!
He'd have been running off that bus.
Team Khabib and fucking the Diaz brothers, all Scrap Pack, got into a huge fucking fight at a press conference. It wasn't like really covered, but they were like swinging on each other and shit. And then it spilled out into the lobby, and the like bar stools got thrown at Nate Diaz. You see him tie clinch a dude and run and try to knee him, and like they're like full clip. Khabib is like trying to take him down in the middle of a bar and shit. Like, and they don't fucking talk about that shit. Like, dude, I want to see Khabib and Nate.
That'd be a good fight.
The gas tank and the ground game. And Diaz wins the stand up. Diaz boxes Khabib's face off. Diaz boxes Khabib's face off.
But does
when it gets to the ground though, who knows?
Well, yeah.
But does
Khabib could finish that fight. He could finish that fight on the ground, or he gets caught in a triangle. Who the fuck knows? I want to see, though. That's a fight I want to see.
See, with Khabib's ability to pressure,
and Nate's ability to pressure, they're going to meet in the middle.
Yes, I don't know about that. Kind of negates.
I think Khabib could take down Nate and control him, though. But
yes,
Nate's
if Nate
got
falls
that
on
X
his
factor.
fucking back.
Yeah, but Nate's got that. I mean, he has a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so he won't be totally fucked. But I mean,
No,
Khabib's done it to black belts too, though.
Yeah, it just depends how you fall.
Exactly.
Like, you better hope he falls in your fucking guard.
That'd be his biggest. That would be Nate's biggest test on the ground,
Oh yeah.
without a doubt. I'm not convinced anyone is better in grappling in all weight classes than Khabib right now. I'm not convinced anyone's better.
No. Dude, like, if he wins this belt, who gets it off him? Right now.
Here's the chances. I still believe Tony Ferguson's a dark horse, and I still believe Conor has that ability to just starch anybody.
Yeah.
And Khabib's been hit before by Michael Johnson, who, granted, faster than McGregor, not as clean as McGregor, though, not as precise and not as powerful.
Yeah.
McGregor has the ability to starch Khabib, but the second that fight goes to the ground, it's over.
Oh yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
But you also have that
He might not
McGregor's
even
takedown
finish it
defense.
immediately. He might, but I mean, Edson Barboza has some of the best takedown defense, and that didn't stop him. Khabib's wrestling with dudes like a heavyweight Penn State All-American national like legend of the sport,
them.
and killing him. And he's killing fucking DC. Can't take him down. Well, DC can't take him down, and DC can't stop from getting taken down by Khabib. Neither can Cain Velasquez. I don't know if Conor has all their ground game either. I don't know if Conor's a DC level wrestler.
Nah.
So and he's
He can
definitely
sprawl
not-
like a motherfucker.
he can though. He can. I mean, Conor's Mystic Mac, dude. I mean, he's so rich he could do wrestling, but he's a
But
prick.
here's the thing: he also has that fight IQ to know when you step down with this foot in this way. I know you're coming here.
Exactly, he does. But
That fight IQ
it's
is a fucking
the question
whole
of
nother
what he
thing.
can do to stop it. And I mean, I could see either it's like a Jose Aldo type thing. Khabib steps in, he gets Jose Aldo'd, or Khabib ruins his life. Dude, these fights are going off
Oh,
tonight.
shit. Oh
Dude,
shit!
All of everybody. Oh my god.
Who's that guy?
Looks like a welterweight. Is this welterweight?
I don't know.
think
he's like
ranked.
20 something, and the other guy's 36 years old. Though.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
was
these
my
dudes aren't
age.
ranked.
This guy's like 29. The other guy was 36.
Yeah, he was 36.
Oh, he
He's
looks like he
emotional.
just got a big one.
Yeah, I
Aw,
think-
good for him.
I know, he's stoked.
Is this his first
I feel
fight?
like I feel like this is his first UFC fight. That's great, man.
Good for him.
And he fucking kicked
That
the
dude
shit out of
just
that dude.
got his way into the conversation. Did you guys see about Darren Till versus Stephen Thompson, by the way?
See that guy's face?
Oh, my God.
That's what happens when you fucking get knocked out in like 10 seconds.
You're just gonna shout wow wow wow.
That was like the perfect impression of wah, wah, wah. That's like the best I've ever
Sounded
heard.
like a trumpet
Yeah, mostly, it
Or
really did. Like,
or whatever the hell makes that noise.
usually I just hear wah, wah, wah.
Right.
But
Yeah, I like that you went the extra distance for that. Thank you.
Well, dude,
I
mean,
appreciate
that
you.
needed
He
the
looked
body
so
work, did it?
defeated
Yeah.
when he was just looking up.
Got it over.
It's like, oh,
See,
Dude, his
I needed that
finishing
to feed my
ability.
kids.
see, that's a wop 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 moment.
That dude closed the fucking show.
How has no one just laid there and cried because they got their ass kicked so bad?
I would absolutely.
Just
Fucking
openly
around.
weep because you're so hurt, like,
It's like
physically.
I've been
It's
doing
gonna be
this
my
all my life.
feelings.
Yeah,
My
it would be more a
feelings are gonna
feeling.
be
Your
hurt.
pride, your
Yeah.
pride, like
I just got my ass kicked real hard
you're gonna
in
do it
front
to the
of everyone.
fucking the call the match, and then you're just like you.
That's
Well,
probably
and
that
No,
dude's
and you fucking you're leaving. You're trying to awkwardly.
At
climb
the
out of
same
fucking
time,
locker.
I know there's some dick going wah 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 like at me. Right.
Have you noticed they're starting to do that with the younger guys, though? They're putting the young guys, like UFC debut, against an older guy who's kind of got a foot out the door.
Yeah.
Like they did that with that Tai Tuivasa kid, who, by the way,
Oh boy,
I can't wait till he fights again. Mark Hunt 2.0, motherfucker.
I like that kid.
I love that kid, dude. He did a shoey. I'm like, I want to drink a beer with him. Like, if I want to drink a beer with the fighter, they're automatically like top 10 favorite fighters for me. But yeah, they're starting to do it seems like they're starting to do that. That's one way to like release someone and put over a new guy, you know. Which I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's every chance the old guy can win. I mean, fucking what's his name? The light heavyweight dude. What the fuck? Teixeira, Glover Teixeira. He won his fight. I don't think he was like, you know, he was not the favorite in that fight, and he won. So that was on a fight night a couple months ago, though. He hasn't really been back.
No, he got a bad knockout not too long before that, didn't he? I thought he had an ugly one.
Rumble Johnson put him to sleep in like 8 seconds or whatever.
I remember that.
I took a piss through the whole thing.
Yeah, I forgot about that. You were so mad.
I was so fucking pissed. Like that shit got shared around by non-MMA fans. Like that was a big deal.
Poor Ally Quinta.
Oh my god, man. He looks like fucking he picks apples.
What if he wins? What if he pulls just a freak
after a week like this, I'm not
immediate rematch like tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. One tiramisu later. All right, bitch, let's go.
Dana's in the back just fucking rage puking.
Yeah. Dana had another stroke. Joseph Rogan.
He's getting mighty gray.
These cameras fuck him up. Yeah, these cameras fuck up those gray spots.
I know, because then you see him on his podcast, he looks fine.
But it is dimly lit.
Even on his podcast, he looks he's pretty gray.
Even there, though, it's super dimly lit. This is like
super dimly lit. They get those under those fluorescent lights. They expose everything.
It's also probably because like we've been watching all those older fights, so I've been seeing like younger and younger and younger Joe Rogan lately.
Yeah,
because it has like fights for
I don't know.
like
He's
25
about to be
years.
51. I think he looks.
Yeah, I mean
good.
he looks good.
He looks
for
good.
Dude,
his
he's in
age.
way better shape than me, and he's
in
twice
way
my
better
age.
shape.
Yeah.
Like
he's like
I
21
can't
years
talk
older
shit.
than I am.
I would take gray hair over. You know, I would go gray if I could look like him. Is what I'm trying to say.
Dude, I cannot wait for my beard
Vince
to go
is going gray, and he loves it.
So fantastic! It's the best thing that's happened to my hair in years.
He finds a new gray, and he's stoked.
Dude, once my beard goes gray, it's not getting cut. I mean, it'll get trimmed up and look nice, but it's not getting cut ever.
Are you gonna start braiding it? You're eventually gonna have to.
I mean, like I said, I'll trim it and stuff, but I'm not gonna like ever go back down to where I'm at now. Like this is the shortest.
You would be sweet as fuck with a long ass gray beard.
Yes,
you would look so.
That's my
wise.
fucking
It's a wizard.
Yes,
that's my goal. I'll have a motorcycle and like a do
you
rag.
can play Dumbledore in community theater. After nervous aggression's over,
I'll just keep burping, and it's like, why does it smell like Colt 45? In here?
Why is Dumbledore swearing?
You're a wizard, Harry.
Yeah, you're more of a Hagrid.
I think so. Yeah. My Uncle Craig always called him Haggard. Haggard. Because my cousin was super into Harry Potter.
Dude, I fucking love Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Anthony
I liked it
Kiedis.
when I was younger.
I'm discovering whimsy, and I love it.
Who?
I said I'm discovering
What if someone just
childhood
knocked out
whimsy,
Anthony
and I
Kiedis?
love
Oh,
it.
now.
there you go.
What if
And-
what?
Someone just knocked out Anthony Kiedis.
It would be super funny, and
I
I'd
would
be real happy
love it.
about it.
Tony Ferguson just comes out of nowhere and Superman punches him. Fucking cuts a heel promo, walks away, limps away.
Yeah,
Dude.
Rose has no emotions.
Ever.
She scares me.
Dude, she fucking like drinks ayahuasca in the desert. Like
Yeah,
I'm not
she's
exaggerating. She
crazy.
does.
I know she-
She's fucking.
Yeah,
like,
she's
listened to her
completely she's in
She
tune
is
with
a-
her soul.
Yeah.
She
I
is a
listened to her on
gangster
Rogan.
from an inner city who went trippy. That's the scariest. She's like a monk.
She is. She
They're
wears like monk
extremely
clothes.
ghetto.
She's a ghetto American monk.
I watched an Embedded with her this week. You know how they're training her boxing right now?
How?
Pat Barry stands about 20 feet away and rifles tennis balls at her. She punches them out
Oh
of the
yeah,
air.
I saw that.
No shit.
Yup.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And I'm not talking like little tap, tap, tap. I'm talking full extension and knocking them out of the
Yeah.
fucking air. Like, damn.
Dude, and she's got a chin. She's got heart. Her ground game's the scariest part about her.
Yeah.
I think she's the future of the fucking women's division.
I think psychologically Joanna's real fucked up.
Well, I think, honestly, everyone was just afraid of Joanna. They didn't want to get too close. They respected her, but she's not known for power. Nami Yuna has got fucking power. No, I don't think any other strawweight has power like Nami Yuna is.
I mean, Joanna's damn close. She definitely has knockout power.
But, like, one shot put you on your ass power.
Not like Rose.
Yeah.
Rose, like...
And Rose is just as fast and just as technical as everyone else. She could just put you down with it.
That, and she feels nothing.
Oh, dude, she's a robot. She's a Terminator. She's T-17, bro. Machines within. Machines within.
Because no one was supposed to beat her. That was huge.
Yeah, I know. I remember that whole night. That was one of my favorite, my favorite UFC card ever.
That was at 217.
That was 217.
That was when like everybody lost.
That was
we were like, oh yeah.
Dillashaw beat Garbrandt right after this.
Yeah, and then fucking GSP beat Bisping, which
Yeah.
I was always like, I think Bisping will win because he was more active, but I mean it's GSP. That wasn't as shocking. Still pretty shocking though. But yeah, Joanna losing, Garbrandt losing, especially Garbrandt put fucking Dillashaw on his ass in the first round. I saw the corner advice that TJ got, too. Dwayne Ludwig is like, dude, you keep loading the kick. Just blast off your fucking kick. He's not going to – you don't need to load up on your kicks. Round 2, when he head kicked him, he didn't load up on it. He just popped it up.
He changed
because
that
every time he would do a combo, like obviously rehearsed combo and load up with his kick, and when he was just like free going, it just popped off the kick. That was the advice, and that's what happened. Garbrandt didn't see it coming. So that's good corner. That's Dwayne Ludwig, man.
How you feel about Garbrandt Dillashaw too?
Garbrandt's gonna fucking get that one back. I think. I really
do.
And again, he's an Ohio guy, so I'm never gonna not go against him. But yeah, I really do think Garbrandt's gonna get that. If you saw what he did to Dominic Cruz, I think he got. He always said, I don't get too emotional in fights. I think he was too emotional, and I think he got after that knockdown. He's like. Kind of laid off. He didn't lay off, but he was just looking for the knockout, not focusing on defending himself. He's like, I'm just going to put him away. It's only a matter of time. But when you see what he did to Dominic Cruz,
that was embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way
he could have knocked him out any time and didn't.
Exactly. That was fucking
insulting.
Yeah. How dare you?
That was rude.
That was fucking. Oh my god. Dominic Cruz is one of the most probably at the time he was had like the best defensive stats in all of the UFC's history, and not only did Garbrandt ruin that, but Dominic couldn't touch Garbrandt.
Yeah,
Dominic put him on a defensive clinic. Like, Jesus. So yeah, I definitely think. Oh, by the way, Zabit's someone I'm worried about in featherweight. I think Zabit and Brian Ortega is not too far down the road as long as Zabit keeps winning.
Oh man. Yeah, I've seen that. I remember that guy.
Oh, he's like a style bender at one. He's like 5'11" at 145.
What was that? Damn. The one black guy we thought looked like John Jones.
Style bender, Adesanya.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude isn't he? I think he's middleweight.
Yeah, he's at 170.
Yeah. Oh, welter.
Yeah, no, wait.
170 or 185?
I'm pretty sure he's at 170.
You know what? I think he is too, yeah. Yeah, that dude's scary. I mean, Romero and Whitaker better look the fuck out. Honestly, Whitaker better look out for Romero now that he's learned how to control his outbursts instead of fucking high pace. That's what he talked about on the Joe Rogan. He's like, I watched John Jones practice, and I noticed with him, he just only burst at certain times, and he's like, and I picked that up, and then he showed it in the Rockhold fight. I was in the middle of a sentence saying like, I don't know, man, Yoel needs to do more, blah blah blah. Knocked out, and I'm like, nobody even. We just like stared, like I didn't know what to say. Like fuck. And I think Whitaker's got to be prepared for that.
I don't see Whitaker holding that title very long.
Honestly, if he was able to stay active, I think he would have a better chance.
I just think there's so many killers there in that weight class that it's not possible to hang on to it that long.
I mean, Whitaker's a killer too, though. Don't forget. But he's had so much time off. And it's not just some time off. He had a staph infection that was eating his intestines.
Yeah.
Like, that's
gnarly shit.
Yeah. I think Whitaker, if he loses it, I think I see him make a great run again. afterwards, but I just think it's just time and place.
I think
Soldier of God, middleweight champ, 2018.
Yeah.
I just think there's too many killers there to be dominant for too long.
Yeah. I mean, Luke Rockhold was like the up-and-coming perfect fighter, killer. Nobody's better at him at any one thing, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, as soon as that happened, Michael Bisping said, shut the fuck up, you know?
Thank you.
I'm so happy. Bisping's an asshole and stuff like that. He's, like, a real dick. But I think he deserves it, though. Like, I think he deserved
that one.
He really did. I mean, he's a legend.
Good for him.
Good for him, man. I'm happy for him. And then what balls on him to come back after not even a week and fight Gastelum, like literally the week after he lost the title to GSP.
Yeah. Well, no, it was 2 weeks later.
2 weeks. Even so, like he goes from America back to England over to Japan. Fuck it, let's go. I didn't want to see him get. I wanted to see him win that. If he would have won that would have been huge.
I didn't expect him to win it.
I didn't either. But that would have been huge.
That's insane. Why would you even want to fucking do that?
Yeah. He loves to fight.
Lame. I don't know if he'll fight again.
I heard on his podcast, he said, I'm looking for one last one, and I'm done. And I guess there's been talks about him and who else is leaving? Fucking Vitor. But he's like, I don't want to fight Vitor because he's popped for steroids, and I don't have the time to book a fight, get ready, and then he pops. Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm just not even going to entertain that. Like, I'm one last fight. Win, lose, or draw, I'm out.
Yeah.
So.
That and fuck him for kicking my goddamn eye out.
Yeah, that too.
We watched that fucking fight. Remember how jacked up he was?
Yeah.
His back had titties. God damn. Dude, then he fucking spins around and wheel kicks Bisping right in the fucking eye.
Jesus.
Well, it caught him like in the temple and detached his fucking retina.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's why his eye's all wonky right there.
Yep.
I guess the only reason it's not like he can get it totally fixed, but if you got it totally fixed and then it got fucked up again, then it's done.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like I guess some kind of like a protective oil or something is in it, and it's like still just kind of loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's blind in that eye too. I don't know how, but
it's limited
they let
vision.
him. Oh, okay. Well, I feel like he's blind though. Detached retina. That's got to be blind.
Fuck that.
I don't know how that works.
Bisping. This is why I like Bisping though. He's a real fucking fighter. You know, he's not. He's a fucking fighter.
Yeah. He's really. He deserves one more good fight.
I think so. Win, lose, or draw, it needs to be a good fight. I don't want to see him get starched.
Who's he fight that won't kill him right now?
That's what I'm thinking. And I don't know. If he's like, yes, I'll fight Darren Till, I'll be like, oh, you fuck.
Rashad, what do you weigh right now?
Yeah, really. Dude, what if we see Mike Bisping in Bellator in like 3 years, though? I'd be like,
needing a paycheck.
Yeah.
Blew all his money.
Yeah. By the way, I've been keeping up kind of with the Bellator Heavyweight Grand Prix.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Chelsea, last one I saw was Roy Nelson lost to
Rampage?
No, not Rampage. Chael Sonnen beat Rampage.
Yeah, that's who beat Rampage.
And then it was the second. Pat Miletich beat. Was it Pat Miletich? Beat Roy. Roy Nelson lost. I want to say it was like it was one of the. It was one of the guys before my time.
Was it Mitrione?
Mitrione, yeah, it was Matt Mitrione, yeah. Yeah, and that's the last one I saw though. I don't know who else. I know.
I think Fedor and is it Rich Franklin?
Either Fedor and Rich Franklin or Fedor and Frank Mir, maybe.
It
might be Fedor Franklin, and then I think it's Mir and King Kong Bundy. What's his name?
Oh, Coco something or
fucking Czech Congo. I think. Yeah,
something like that.
Maybe
I don't know. There's mid 2000s UFC stars there, and then like a bunch of guys I don't know that are probably pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really get into like Chuck Liddell versus Tito Ortiz because it's like so. So when people started getting into,
are they doing that again?
Probably no. Fucking Liddell should never fight again. Have you heard him talk? I'm not even trying to be mean. Like he should never fight. A little. He's pretty fucking.
Like, is he about the CTE and like cripple
It's not
across
even
face
that.
his
He
entire
got
family?
He got
Wait, are you
super
serious?
into
Like,
fucking.
Is he talking about fighting again?
Yeah.
There was a
UFC,
rumor. A
That
UFC did a
shouldn't
promo.
happen.
It was him just like shadow boxing, all slow mo and cool in a ring, like now, and he's like all in shape and shit. And it was either UFC or Bellator.
It was
Everyone,
Bellator, I think.
including myself, was like, "Please no." Like, we love you. Like, we love you.
Don't make a fool
Dude,
of yourself.
You might go permanently to the dark
You would
space.
get, you would
Yeah.
get knocked out on a jab right now. Like, you're not a pussy. You're just, you took too much damage. Like,
It's over, buddy.
yeah. Would you mind handing me another beverage?
Sure.
You can grab. More than welcome, anybody.
I'm probably need. Yeah, let's do that.
But yeah, I can't get into it though because I feel like the people who were getting into it in those days, I can get into old Anderson Silva fights. That's probably my cutoff. But like when you're watching like Liddell Ortiz one, that to me looks like pretty much the same as like Tank Abbott versus Cabbage. Like just two dudes swinging at each other. There's not a whole lot of technique. I mean, there's a hell of a lot more technique in the Liddell era, but like compared to now,
You
it's
talking
so
about
far
like
behind.
the Stephen Bonner and like Forrest Griffin?
Yeah, it's cool, but it's like it's so far behind compared to what
where
there
it's
is
like,
now.
let's see how bad we can make each other bleed.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's like, I mean, bleeding happens, but that's not the goal, you know.
No.
And it's not I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. It's I'm gonna finish you. You know.
You don't ever hear like. Yeah, that's another thing.
I mean, you hear it.
Finish them is a lot more
It's
like
more-
prevalent.
Yeah. And then guys getting TKO'd instead of pounded into the mat, you know. And I did actually watch the full first ever UFC, and I recommend everyone who is into
We've watched
UFC
it.
on any level get baked and watch it because it's like, wow. That's what I did, and I liked
I think
it.
I've watched it with you.
Yeah, we watched it like because we I think it was like passing like the whatever anniversary, the 25th anniversary or something of the first UFC, and we sat down and watched the entire first one.
Yeah. I did this past week.
It was either that or
And
it
it
was
was
when you
like-
first got Fight Pass.
Yeah,
I think it's what it was. It was Fight Pass. We just went and found it.
Yeah,
That's what it was because we were like, oh, they literally have everything. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I really,
this is gonna be a good fight.
yeah, this is going to be. Felice Herrick's been on the come up. She's number 8, and I see the other chick's number 4. That's all I know. I've seen Felice Herrick fight, too. She's a fucking bulldog.
They brought that girl in to fight Joanna because no one was beating her, and that was like her biggest competition in Poland.
Okay.
So that's why that girl's there.
Okay.
No.
That's interesting.
So now I think like she might be like 2-2 in the UFC right now.
Now, Joanna, did she used to fight at 125, or did that lady used to fight at 115?
That lady used to fight at 115.
Okay.
This is pre-125.
Okay. That's interesting. I want to see some 115 chicks bump up to 125. Like, I want
They
to see
all are.
Claudia Gadea. Yeah, I feel like she's 125 now. I feel like I saw something about her fighting at 125.
That's
Just
because
like-
no one will let her fight Joanna for that title.
Yeah.
Well, that was the main problem.
I still say number 1 female fight right now, Nunez Cyborg. That's the number 1 fight in the all female.
Without a doubt.
That's, you know, I would, you know, obviously it's going to have to be Nunez at 145, but
Yeah,
I think she'll be
the
fine.
closest Cyborg's ever gotten was 140.
Yeah. And she was like, her body was shutting down and
Yeah.
shit. Like, she just couldn't. She's just too big,
Yeah,
you know?
not her fault.
No. it
No,
isn't.
I mean she's just a big girl.
That's who she is. Yeah. She's,
Yeah.
you know, she's not Gabby Garcia big as shit, but, you know,
No.
she is a big chick.
Out there in Japan knocking out grandmas.
Yeah. Poor
Man, those
grandmas.
poor women.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
How much money are you really making from fighting that fucking
I don't know.
Amazon?
It's Japanese, man.
They're weird.
It's honor.
There's probably people jacking off to it. That's probably the market.
That's
Japan's.
well, yeah.
That's a good
That's a
point.
good point. That's a fair
definitely
point.
some sort of weird fetish there.
Yeah.
Dude, and poor Gabby Garcia, she's like a high level jiu-jitsu chick too.
I know.
Like, her only like real opportunities is, I guess I got to take steroids and hit grandmas.
Right?
You know, she's kind of like I feel like she is what they wanted like that 7 foot tall MMA fighter in the Pride days to be, like just squashing everyone. But he was too slow, and like Fedor was there,
Yeah.
like with actual technique and shit.
Did you
you
ever
know?
watch Fedor versus Crow Cop in Pride?
Yes.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. See, that's the old stuff that it's like, that's where the technique was Pride. UFC was kind of like still figuring it out, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you watch those ones from like the early 2000s, like the Pride fights, and it looks like
Nick Diaz
MMA
and
here
Pride.
now.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it was so ahead of its time, really.
Man.
That's Nick Diaz fucking and Gomi back in Pride. That was incredible.
I want to see Nick Diaz fight again.
Yeah, me too. I think he said he'd come back for, I think, George St. Pierre or Tyron Woodley. He said he'd take a Tyron Woodley fight. That would be incredible.
I'd watch the shit out of
that.
that.
Yeah.
Because you got like the more tentative, you know, still has knockout power, still could fucking put you away at any minute, super athletic. Tyron Woodley versus, I'm not going to get the fuck out of your face, bitch, Nick Diaz.
Yeah. I don't care how many times you hit me.
I don't care if I get knocked down. I'm getting back up and I'm still going to fight you, even if I could like ankle lock you. I would. He did a fight in a Strike Force. I don't remember who it was with, but the dude was known for like killer stand up, and Nick Diaz was a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. This dude had like next to no ground game. And that's what everyone was expecting. Nick Diaz stood with him the whole time, got knocked down 2-3 times, ended up knocking the dude out though.
Jesus.
Yeah.
He's a fucking animal.
He's a different type of guy. He's like Michael Bisping with a way better chin and way better cardio. Well, I don't know. Bisping has incredible cardio too, but you know what I mean.
I don't get guys that don't like train their cardio to death anymore. Like
that's clearly the number one thing. Even TJ Dillashaw, when he was fighting Garbrandt, he's like,
hang on.
He said something about that's if you're in good enough shape, you can take getting hit, getting buzzed.
Yeah.
And I guess that's a big part of it. If your cardio is good and you get put on Queer Street, coming back easier is depending on how good a shape you're in. That's why when you see Roy Nelson get rocked, it's over. It's hard to get him rocked, but once he's rocked, it's over.
That makes sense. Finally. Man, that kid knocking out that old dude fucking fucked everything up.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of fucking filler.
We still got another half hour to the main card.
Yeah.
I think this might actually be like the...
No, I'm just saying about the fucking how long it took before.
Yeah, all the commercials and
all the
fight came
filler
back.
that they put in.
Oh, yeah.
They were even putting up fucking Nonito Donaire versus Carl Frampton boxing.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
It has been a few minutes, huh?
Yeah.
I remember that one night, man. Fucking every fight was over, like, in succession. Like, everyone got a knockout in the first round.
Yeah.
And they had to do, like, 35 minutes of filler.
I remember that, yeah.
I think everybody walked away from, like,
yeah.
half hour.
Yeah. That's kind of the cool thing about, MMA. That's why it's better to watch it with people, too. Because if it's a night like that, it's like, I remember.
At least you're hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause
exactly.
You're by yourself.
Well, it's time to go piss.
Yeah.
Right.
It's time to go piss. I'm hungry. Are you hungry?
Let's go eat.
Yeah, we got like a half hour.
Yeah. By the way, did you see Wilder versus Ortiz highlights?
I did not.
Holy fuck, dude. Wilder answered. Okay, so you know how I always bitched about how the internet was ball washing Anthony Joshua?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, Wilder's a bum, Wilder's a bum.
Uh-huh.
That literally did a 180. Now everybody's like, Anthony Joshua's scared of Wilder's been calling out Anthony Joshua for like 2 years now. And Luis Ortiz is a guy that Anthony Joshua turned down to fight 3 times, and Wilder just knocked him the fuck out. And Wilder, not only that, but Wilder was about to get knocked out. He didn't go down still, but he was getting hammered in the chin. He was buzzed.
You know
he was
what? I think
barely
I
able
saw
to
that.
stand up. And then, came back 2 rounds later and put him the fuck to sleep.
I'm going to go rock a piss.
Okay.
Not only, he put him, so Ortiz was out boxing him, but then the 5th, Wilder hit him. And when Wilder hits you, and Wilder weighs 214 pounds in this fight. Ortiz weighed like 240, 250, and Wilder weighed 200, like basically 215 pounds. And Wilder, like, as soon as he got one clean hit in, dude went down. So here's what everyone else is saying. Anthony Joshua doesn't have that kind of a chin, and Anthony Joshua doesn't have that kind of cardio, which I've been saying for a while.
I don't know anything about that dude other than he got popular real fast for 10 minutes.
Anthony Joshua?
Yeah.
He's the biggest thing to happen in all of the UK.
Oh, really?
He's like Conor McGregor big in England. Like, it's not even... I mean, Floyd Mayweather and him hang out all the time. That's how big he is.
But
It's
no one
just-
here gives a shit.
Yeah, because boxing in America is pretty much dead, other than the Mexican community and like 10, 40-year-old black dudes and me. That's that's boxing in America.
And me when you show me.
Yeah. But the heavyweight division's on fire, you know. But I mean, boxing's on its way out. When you got this, you know,
You
all
can't
aspects
compete.
of fighting. I mean, I agree that boxing is the sport of punching, but it's still a fight. But this is a fight, you know.
Yeah, and you can't compete with this talent pool.
Yeah.
Like, you have so much talent and so many people doing this that, like, how many fucking promotions are out there?
Well, that's the thing, too. There's a lot of... I think MMA is easier to follow because it's basically UFC, and if you're, like, really balls deep into it, Bellator.
Yeah.
But that's about it, whereas boxing has the IBF, the IBA, or the IBF, the WBA, the WBO, the WBC, and you have to follow all that shit because the goal is for the people to unify because they're more independent contractors. They're not just with one, so they have to go win all the belts and all the promotions. And the reason a lot of people have these belts, like Anthony Joshua has every other belt except for the WBC belt. Deontay Wilder has a WBC belt. Is because he's fighting all these bums because dude, the Dana White in England is Anthony Joshua's manager. So that's why he's winning all the belts. And then Al Heyman, who's the Dana White in America, is a Deontay Wilder and a Floyd Mayweather fan, all those guys. But it's just funny how to unify the division, you have to have all belts.
Mm-hmm.
The one belt Anthony Joshua doesn't have, Deontay Wilder has. And he is
Oh,
not...
shit.
He keeps talking about how he won't fight Wilder. And
She just tried an Eminari roll.
that's pretty ballsy.
God damn. This Polish chick's tough.
Yes, she is.
She's about to get killed, though. Oh, no.
Oh, no, she's not. Damn.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Poland. I see you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God.
I'm watching a really good jiu-jitsu fight from Felice Herring and Carolina Kowalkiewicz. There it is. Pride myself in being able to pronounce weird last names.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it. Magomed Shapirov, Nurmagomedov. I feel like I speak Russian when I do that.
How do you pronounce this?
Yeah. Yongjenkchek. That was like when I could say that, I was like, yeah, I'm good at this. I'm not, but I always say, like, once they're in the top 10 is when I'll learn their name.
Man.
I learned Kunitskaya, though, but she, you know, I feel like I owed her the respect because I thought she was going, like, on a death sentence. So.
You're saying little prayers and everything for her.
Yeah. Poor lass.
That's who she's fighting next, right?
No, that's who she just fought.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when Alex
That-
puked everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Motherfucker. No, they were talking about her fighting Megan Anderson next.
Yeah, I
The
guess
big,
she was
tall
supposed to last.
Australian girl.
Yeah, I love Megan. I guess she was.
Oh, is that how they pronounce it?
I believe so. It's Megan Anderson. Which
Oh.
every time I hear that, I just think the Key and Peele. Megan. Did you ever see that Key and Peele?
No, I didn't watch that.
Good for you, for real.
I watched Chappelle's show. I'm not fucking cheating on it.
It's not even close. Like, it really isn't. There's a couple funny skits, don't get me wrong, but it's not even close to Chappelle's
If I have to watch that goddamn Aaron fucking skit one more goddamn time.
Ruin my fucking life. And then there's also Balake in there. So
Key
my
and
older,
Peele?
yeah,
Yeah, I don't like that show.
my older brother's name is Blake. My name's Aaron. Balake and Aaron has cursed us ever since then. Mostly from Blake, but
I never got into that show.
it's not great.
It's Chappelle's show.
I'm like, not.
I don't even put him in the same category, really.
It's
Even
just
Chappelle
trying-
was like, "Oh, they tried to do my show," but no, they didn't. They fucking didn't come close. Like, I don't think anything can touch the Chappelle show.
Oh no, nothing
No.
can. But they definitely they were just trying to do what he did.
I like that he did 4 hours of stand up
Yeah.
in 2 years, and then
Yeah, it's great.
yeah,
Put him in a closet and just like, here you go.
yeah, dude. Dave Chappelle came back when we needed Dave Chappelle the most.
Yeah.
Like, I wish that was bigger.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like him because he made a joke about trans people, but he didn't like.
It wasn't even that big of a deal.
I don't understand what
he wasn't knocking them down.
Dude, he jokes about everybody.
Yes.
He's a comedian. And honestly,
Have you not
it's
paid
funny.
attention to him?
Wasn't
Yeah.
it because he said tranny?
Yeah.
I
That
think
was
so.
The biggest,
That was it.
He wasn't even bringing them down. It's because people don't like when you say tranny anymore.
Well, he
Wait.
says cracker a lot. You know, he says the N word all the
It's
fucking time.
just one of those words that's just you're not allowed to say anymore.
Uh,
You can't say retard anymore. It's
and
one
then
of those
fucking
things.
Dave Chappelle says, fuck you.
yeah. I mean, I'm not going to use it, but I think a professional
came back
comedian.
and-
I think a professional comedian should be able to say anything.
I mean, he came back and he addressed it. So
Yeah. And I thought he did a really good
And he
job.
did-
But of course,
he didn't
nobody heard
shy-
that.
No, he didn't shy away from it at all.
Yeah. And then his whole thing about Louis C.K. too was hilarious.
hilarious.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I like that he did that one. And, like, it was so recent that he was touching on things that happened, like, 4 weeks earlier.
I know. Like the Louis C.K. thing.
Yeah.
That's what he did in the belly room, in the not the Laugh Factory, but
The Comedy Store.
the Comedy Store.
That's insane. Like, you did another hour and put it out. You did the hour, like, just riffing. You're that naturally funny that you
know.
had an hour in you.
Of just riff. Yeah. Well, there's that
An
one
hour
on-
of crowd work and telling a story.
Do you see? It's on YouTube. It's 4 hours. It was the first thing he did when he got back from Africa.
Uh-huh.
And,
Oh, he had that competition with Dane Cook.
No, it wasn't even that. He came back from Africa and he went to, I'm pretty sure it was the Comedy Store, and like everyone thought that he was like, nobody knew what was going on. Like it was still, it didn't say Dave Chappelle's back or anything. He just showed up. It's like, hey, yeah, can I do a spot? Everyone's like, yeah. And he just sat on stage for 4 hours smoking cigarettes, just talking. And it's one of them. It's the only thing that's 4 hours long that I can pay attention to the whole time.
I didn't
And it's
even know that
hilarious.
existed.
And he's just talking, and it's hilarious. And it's real, and it's deep as fuck, too. But, yeah, he just did that.
That's my favorite thing is how smart he is.
Yeah. He's probably the smartest dude in comedy right now.
Oh, he's brilliant. At least the most clear-minded.
He's got the most interesting perspective on the world that I've ever heard.
Oh.
Him and, like, Patrice O'Neal's another one. He just, like, he's not, like, my favorite comedian, but he's got such an interesting perspective on everything.
Patrice was such the underdog.
Yeah.
He was so underrated, and like, dude, a lot of big fucking comedians knew. They would just be like, Patrice, quit doubting yourself.
Yeah.
Chris Rock was a big person that would fuck with Patrice, all like,
Yeah.
stop doubting yourself. Like
I know.
you could be huge.
Yeah.
You just step in front of yourself.
Could you imagine?
And then he died, and it sucked.
Yeah.
In this day of, like, the crazy political correctness, the SJW and shit, a Patrice O'Neal now.
Oh, my
He's so
God.
great.
Yeah.
Patrice he had that Comedy Central stand up. He had that special, like right before he died. He was
Elephant in the room, I think.
Yeah,
and
he was-
one of
he
the
was
things he
starting to
said, he's
make
like,
it.
my days are numbered. I don't have a lot of time left. I'm 40 in black guy years. That's 87 or whatever. That was one of the funniest fucking specials I've ever seen in my life. And he was just talking shit the whole time. Like, he's so good at just talking shit.
That's 87 in Black Eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Patrice was so naturally funny. If you want to hear a good Patrice, just Patrice being hilarious, just go on YouTube when you're bored, Vince, and just look up old Opie and Anthony clips.
Yes.
with
That's,
Patrice
dude,
on
I've been
it.
doing that all week.
So funny.
I've been doing that all
so
fucking week.
funny.
I liked,
They even gave him
Yeah,
his own show.
you know who
Briefly
else I
on
think,
Sirius.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think is very underrated, who's naturally funny, is Craig Robinson.
Yeah, I think so
Great.
too. He's definitely more of like the actor.
But he's
type,
like-
but I think it's because
Craig
he's-
Robinson's kind of like when the crowd of those dudes, like Colin Quinn, Norton, Patrice. Craig Robinson was like in with those dudes, so it's just those New York dudes.
I got you.
By the way, Jim Norton, I like his newest special. Not the biggest fan of his stand-up, but his radio personality, podcast personality, I think is like the best.
He's better on radio than he is on stage.
I think so.
I don't like Norton's on stage that much, but him on you're right, AJ. Him on radio is he's hilarious, relentlessly funny too.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude, he crushed when as soon as like. That's another thing. When Jim Norton got signed on as like the third host for Opie and Anthony, Oh, that show got so funny. Looking up old clips of him he was fucking hilarious.
No, who is it? It's Jimmy and Sam now, isn't it?
Sam, I can't remember that kid's last name. Or he's like your age, a little bit older. I don't know, but he used to be an intern for Opie and Anthony, and how he's come to be to get his own radio show, I don't know.
But good for him.
Yeah, good for him. I mean, he fits well with Jim, but it's not the same. Jimmy's show's all right. I listen to it here and there.
Didn't Anthony started his own network, didn't he?
He has his own network.
Good for him.
He's killing it.
That's fantastic. I like when people do well doing that shit.
Yeah. He's got Artie Lang. Artie Lang's co-hosting with him. Did you know that?
No, that's insane. Fuck Artie Lang.
You knew that, right, AJ? That Artie Lang's co-hosting with Anthony Cumia now? Isn't that hilarious? The AA show.
That's the perfect name for it.
For both of them?
Yes. The AA show. That's perfect.
Ugh. I don't see Artie Lang got old to me.
Really? Did you
Yeah.
hear he relapsed again? That's the thing. He's always just going to always relapse. But last time he relapsed, what happened was, or no, yeah, I think it was last time. And he was with a chick in a hotel room, and they had Oxycontins and shit like that. And he's always done heroin and coke and speedballs and shit. And now he's like, dude, there's like no fucking chance for these kids these days because this Percocet and this Oxy, and like he's like, dude, there's no fucking escaping it. Like it's everywhere. It's fucking falling out. He talked about Pittsburgh specifically because he's like, what do you mean drug epidemic in like L.A. and New York? I can't find shit anywhere. And then he's like, and then I went to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it's just falling out of couch cushions.
Jesus Christ.
And he was talking about how in his NA class there was like a kid whose like parents stole from him, and he's also a user. You know what I mean? And he's like, it's so crazy in this area. But he talked about last time he relapsed, it was he was with this chick and she was crushing up a pill for him. He was in the shower and she used a salt shaker. And apparently like a little pebble of glass broke off the bottom of the salt shaker because the pills are real hard to break. And she crushed that up with the pill and had a line out for him. And he did it, and he said it sounded like a zipper in my head. And he's like, my nose didn't start bleeding. It was like a faucet turned on with blood. And yeah, so that made him go clean for a little while again.
Jesus
Artie
Christ.
looks terrible, too.
Oh, my God.
Do you see his nose? Like, he doesn't even look like the
Yeah,
same.
I think that's when that happened.
Yeah, because he doesn't even look as the same person anymore.
Yeah, either that or I think he relapsed after that and got fucked up in a bar, like somebody fucked him up.
Well, there was those mug shots when he just relapsed and that his nose was real swollen. But like even when he started the promo, when he was doing press for the AA when they first started it, his nose was all fucked up. And I'm like,
and he like can't really talk. It sounds like his nose is always incredibly stuffed now.
Yeah, Artie
which makes it kind of hard to listen to him now because it's
it
like
is hard.
like every 5
Artie
seconds.
doesn't. He doesn't sound the same. He doesn't look the same.
Yeah.
He's gonna die like any minute.
Yeah.
What is this,
You
like
know
the
how
John
Artie-
That's another-
thing
that's
where it's
another
just
one of those
happened?
dudes.
40s too.
That's
Like, he
a-
looks bad.
That's another one of those dudes who is so fucking hilarious, especially on radio, but he just didn't accept it. He didn't accept how good he was. If you hear anybody ever try to get deep with him from the Howard Stern days till now, he gets, yeah, I mean, I guess I want to live.
That was a
I
good- that
don't
was a
want to
good
die.
line.
Like that's about as deep as he gets. Like he's so uncomfortable with getting personal, you know. I mean, you know.
I'm fucking Howard.
Yeah.
But
But he's so fucking funny.
he's
though.
another dude that like other comedians talk about. Fucking Artie.
Yeah.
He's very
Like a legend
he's
of it.
praised. Like
That's like David Tell's one of those dudes who's like, it's disgusting he's not more famous. Like, how is there a Dane
because
Cook?
there's another comedian that other comedians are like, that's like a god when David Tell's name's brought up. People are like David Tell. Like
Dude, that fucking
These chicks
Burt
are
Cat-
fucking slanging, by the way. Not now. They just were.
Man. Someone was fighting like, you know, they needed to win a round.
Yeah.
There's 30 seconds,
I don't-
30 seconds left in the third.
Unless there's a finish, I mean, I don't know who's going to win.
God damn.
I was just pissed for the past fucking hour, though, so I don't know. I took one of those 4 beers deep pisses, so.
Good God. My goodness.
Dude, I've put out campfires with my piss before. Just straight pissing on a fire. It smells awful, but like, yeah, I could put out not like a raging fire, but like a decent campfire. Oh, we got to leave. We don't have any water. If I piss on it, I will put it completely out. Like no smoldering. That's one of my superpowers.
Sit down and then pull it towards you.
Can't you do anything correctly, Ruby? Jesus Christ!
Well, she accidentally pulled it out the last time.
I saw her do it. I'm commenting on that tone you just got with her.
That's yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Huh.
Yeah, that's one of those. Sit down first, then pull it close.
I didn't want her to
Slave.
forget.
God,
Slave.
Slave.
See how she treats me?
What
Oh,
the
come
tone you
on,
fucking gave
come
her?
on.
Donald Trump's a cartoon now
Look, is that
in
what-
other countries.
Well, this is broadcast from England.
yeah,
They're probably
exactly.
making
So
fun
they're
of
making
him.
fun of him.
Yeah, they are.
We're a laughing stock of the whole world. We
kinda
have
are.
been for years.
At least of first
but
world
especially
countries.
now,
Yeah.
more than ever.
Yeah, it's like, okay, they don't even know what they're doing.
No, they just put a
No.
clown. That's what they think of. Like, they just elected a clown and put him in the White House.
Ooh, McDonald's.
I mean, that's kind of us, though.
I bet McDonald's in other countries is so good. You
I
know, where
saw-
they have to have standards.
Oh, yeah, probably.
My dudes in Crowd Deterrent have these tour videos online, and they have, when they were in Japan, they went to a McDonald's, and they got the large meal, and it's like no bullshit, like the size of a small here. Like their large Coke is the size of a small Coke here, and like their large fry is the size of like a small fry here. It's crazy.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
Because portion control.
exactly. Yeah,
And, well,
for real.
because it's probably, then that probably fills them up.
Yes.
Dude, you really don't need more than 16 ounces of pop ever, let alone 42. That's our largest here, 42 ounces of fucking
That's
pop.
disgusting.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I would never make it through 42 ounces of soda.
See, I get the large.
Every
I get-
once in a while when I do go to the drive-thru and I actually get a pop, because I normally just give it away, or I just don't get the meal because I don't want a soda.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if I do get 42, like the large, and I get like a cola, I get sick
Yeah.
because I never drink pop
Same here.
anyways. I get sick. Like
I
I
can
will
never
shit my
finish
guts
it.
out.
I can
I will
never
shit
finish
my
it.
guts out like
Yeah.
immediately. Like it's almost immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't feel good like the rest
Oh, I
of the
don't
day.
know.
Yeah. I had Wendy's last night, and I
The
fucking.
food won't fuck with me that bad. It's the if I get a drink with it.
I think it's weird. Like
'Cause I
the older I get, I drink nothing but water.
Yeah, that's
Water, beer, and coffee.
I swear to
I've been
God, same
drinking
here.
n-
That's all.
yeah.
That's. I mean,
I've
I
been-
drink pop once in a while.
Once in a while.
I might get an orange juice if it suits
But
me.
I drink. I've been drinking nothing but water for shit the last 8 years.
That's
I've
why you
cut
look so
pop-
good.
I've cut pop out of my diet for a long time now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like zeroing out. I'm evening out the odds because, like, when I'm not drinking water, I'm fucking drinking booze like water. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly,
that's why I take an honest effort to like not drink pop and shit.
I think I'm not far behind you, dude. I've been drinking like 1.5 liters to like 2 liters of water a day and
Yeah, I
nothing
slam
else.
water
That's,
all the time.
that's all the fuck I need, really. I'm not gonna die if I like pop once in a while. Like if
Once
I
in a
go
while.
see a movie, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get the big popcorn.
I might
get the
have
big
like a
pop.
slushy or something.
Yeah.
But I'm honestly thinking just giving up pop altogether, just like because I crave it sometimes, but not as bad as I used to crave cigarettes, and I quit that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I just
very
had a
rarely.
Black and Mild tonight, but that's my first time in like I don't fucking know how long.
Treat
It's a
yourself.
once in a while I'll do a Black and Mild, but like
You know when I crave a pop is like I hardly ever do. It's kind of good for hangovers
yeah,
because you just want a caffeine.
yeah,
So like I'll get a Pepsi if I'm like hungover, but I don't get like a little bottle of it.
right. My mom always called it hot pipes. 'Cause I remember when I was like 17, I started like really partying and shit. I came home at 2 p.m. the next day type of a thing, and I was just laying on the couch, and she brought me a pop. She bought me a Dr. Pepper from the convenience store on her way home. She's like, "Here, I'm a Dr. Pepper guy," and she's like, "Yeah, hot pipes. Yeah, drink this." And I was like, "Oh, she's right. Pop is perfect on a hangover."
Yeah.
But now it makes me sick. I can't drink pop. If I drink any amount of beer, I can't drink pop the rest of the day.
Weird.
And the next day, like I don't want pop either. It fucking because I'm so dehydrated from all the beer.
You're right.
All I want is water. That's the only
yeah,
thing I can drink.
I don't ever want soda or pop anyways.
Yeah.
Gross.
Occasionally I'll use clear pop as a mixer. 'Cause
Yeah.
at least it's not a cola. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah,
my
it's too thick and syrupy, you know.
It's
Well,
yeah.
hey, the main card's getting ready to start, so
Okay.
let's close this bitch up.
All right. Fuck pop.
Thanks for listening to us ramble about fighting and pop
Bullshit.
and bullshitting.
And
All right, we
Vince's
did.
shitty tone to
Bye,
his wife.
savages.
And yeah, I'm gonna have a real talking with her here in a minute.
Very awkward. It's made it.
I'm just kidding. I love her.
She said
Tell them I love you.
she's currently cowering for the listeners.
He loves me, I guess.
I guess.
All right, we'll be back Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.